Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Big T. Welcome back to Football Talk. Week 2's in the book, guys. Let's get to the recap. Let's get to it. Alright, guys, so to start off, we had the Panthers and the Falcons. This game pretty much went back and forth the whole time. McCaffrey, the second-year running back for Carolina, had a career day. A career high. 139 yards from scrimmage, but Carolina still lost this game, and Falcons win their first game of the year, 31-24. So yeah, really good. That was a really good game between two rivals right there. Next game, the Chargers at the Bills. Guys, this was. I said Chargers were going to go in there and pretty much dominate Buffalo, but the story of this game is what happened at halftime. Vernon Davis, the longtime corner, who I think you guys know him from the Indy, Miami. I mean, originally from the Miami Dolphins, then he was traded to Indy, and then he spent only 2 games here with Buffalo. So the story, what happened was at halftime, he apparently just decided he was done. He wanted to retire, so he, went in the locker room, took a shower, put on his street clothes, and went. And it was just, it really, I've never seen anything like that. I've seen players who have retired after games, like preseason or during training camp, but I've never seen a player, retire in the middle, and especially in the middle of a game, like an actual live game where it counts. It's just. It's been spurred a lot of controversy. He basically caught up his teammates, his, coaching staff, the fans. It's just, I think he should have handled it a little bit better. Like after the game, like if you want to retire after the game, okay, fine, great. But during the game, when you're competing, I don't understand it. I mean, it's his decision. Best of luck to him, but just really shitty wishing for Buffalo. Buffalo just really can't catch a break. Next game, the Vikings and Packers. Guys, this was a crazy game. Honestly, Green Bay should have won this game. I'm going to call the referees on this one. During the last drive before Minnesota got the tie-in touchdown two-point conversion, Clay Matthews gets almost a sack on Kirk Cousins. I thought it was a legitimate, like, regular hit. It was still during, like, while he was throwing the ball, because normally, guys, the rule is for, like, he eventually got roughed in the passer and costs a big interception because one of the Packers picked it off, and I'm thinking, like, okay, game's over. Then they show the flag, and Clay Matthews got a rough in the passer. So I want to just touch on that really quickly, guys. From what I understand from the rule. Now that, again, who the hell knows what the rule is in the NFL anymore? I really don't know. I don't know what's a rough in the passer. I don't know what's a helmet. It's getting frustrated to watch as a fan. It really is getting frustrated. These defenders, linebackers, D tackles, corners, safeties, they're under such scrutiny because they're trying to make a play. They're trying to make sure the offense doesn't get a first down, and you call a questionable call like that. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Like there are times the referees should throw the flag, and then there's sometimes they should just let it go. Just let the guys play, let them battle it out, and let them whoever was better on that play, let them do it. Don't let the refs dictate the game, because it's not fun for anybody. It was a questionable call. This game wound up being tied 29-29, like I said earlier. But I'm just very upset with, Green Bay should have won that game. I hope that, the league gets it right in the next couple of weeks, because people are like, saying like, oh, well, it's the second week they're gonna get. But no, guys, they gotta get this. They gotta get this right. You can't keep making calls like that and expect teams, and especially fans, to be okay with it, because it really just makes the sport look bad. It really does. All right, so the next game we got is the Browns at the Saints. Same thing for Cleveland. They lose again, but they gain closer. They lose this one 21-18, which is, 4 points. Cleveland. Hopefully, hopefully they'll get a win this year. I'm really hoping they get some wins this year. Next game, the Dolphins at the Jets. I thought New York was gonna just destroy Miami, but Miami came out. They played a good game. They win this one 20-12. Great. It's their best start for Miami since 2013. So good for them. Next game, Chiefs at the Steelers. Now, how this game started in the beginning, Kansas City, I think in the first quarter put up 21 points. I'm thinking, okay, there's no way that they're going to be able to come back. But then Pittsburgh comes all the way back, and then in the second half they just go touchdown. And Kansas City winds up winning this one 42-37. And then there's been some controversial stuff with Antonio Brown right now. There's been rumors that he wants to get traded and he's frustrated with the team. I mean, Pittsburgh's got some problems right now with the team. Le'Veon Bell still is not with the team, and I'm telling you what, I'm gonna say this about Le'Veon Bell that I really don't want to talk about it anymore. I believe he's a good player. I think he's a very good running back, but I feel like right now he's just being very selfish. I get it. The average career for an NFL star is 3 years. If you could play more, it's a blessing. A lot of these guys are trying to make big. But at the same time, they've come up, they've given him some pretty good offers, some pretty good money, and he just doesn't want to keep doing it. Now, see, that's just a sign to me that that's just greed consuming you, I think. I think greed is getting the best of him. I think if I'm Pittsburgh, honestly, guys, I know a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers, I would just say, you know what? He doesn't want to be here. We've given him a contract extension. We've talked about giving him a contract extension. He doesn't take it. We give him the franchise tag. He's still not happy. You know what? If he doesn't want to be there, just trade the guy. Just trade the guy. Because it's just getting a little ridiculous, because you're paying some guy that isn't even with the team right now. It's ridiculous right now. I mean, I don't know if they're paying him or not, but just if I'm Pittsburgh, that's what I would do. But guys, leave a comment below. What do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers should do about Le'Veon Bell? Should they trade him? Should they trade him? Should they release him? Or should they just put up with the drama? Comment below. Next game, the Eagles at the Bucks. Guys, Bucks are up to 2-0 right now. They won this one 27-21. I thought this was going to be an Eagles win, hands down, but I don't know. I mean, Fitzpatrick. I mean, right here, guys, I got the stats right here. 402 yards, 4 touchdowns, interception, a passer rating of 144.4 passer rating. It's insane what Ryan Fitzpatrick is doing right now. I mean, he's having the best start right now, I think, of his career. So hopefully Tampa can keep that rolling. Next game, Houston at the Titans. The Titans win a game. Mike Vrabel's first win as a head coach. The Titans win this one 20-17. But what a really great rivalry game. It's always good when rivals play. Next game, the Colts at the Redskins. I thought Redskins were going to run over them, but nope. Colts win this one 21-9. Next game, Cardinals at the Rams. Guys, I said it before. Rams were just going to destroy them. They did. 34-0. Rams win this one. I think this is the team. If they keep going this rate, I see this team being the best, not just in the NFL, but possibly being a Super Bowl contender. Being a Super Bowl contender. They are a Super Bowl contender on paper, but once again, you have to. In my mind, you have to prove it. Paper doesn't mean anything. You have to prove it. And who knows? This team, might turn some heads this year. Next game, the Lions at the Niners. The Niners win this one 30-27. Next game, the Raiders at Denver. Denver wins this one by 1 point, 20-19. And then, like I said, game of the week, the Jaguars versus the Patriots. Guys, Patriot Nation. Jeez, guys, that was a tough game. Jaguars win this game 31-20. Congrats to them. They played an unbelievable game. I thought with Fournette out, I thought there's no way Blake Bortles is going to be able to pass in this team. I was wrong. I mean, it's just. I'm just going to talk about the Patriots really quickly. I know, it's just. As a Patriots fan right now, I think a lot of Patriots fans could agree with this. It's getting a little frustrating to watch this defense. They went out this year. They brought in a veteran. Then they said, okay, we got 2 young guys we drafted last year. Hopefully they could step up. Guys, this is the problem that I believe the last 3 to 4 years with this team is they need speed on the outside of the defense, and they don't go out and do it. And it's all Belichick. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of Bill Belichick as a coach. As a GM, I don't like him as a GM. I just, it's the same BS we've been dealing with the last 3 years, that this team doesn't have a pass rusher. They don't have a guy that's you look at teams like Houston, there's J.J. Watt and, and then you've got, Khalil Mack, Chandler Jones. You've got guys that, those are pass rushers. Those are the guys that you have to prepare for week in and week out. They don't have that, and if they don't get a pass rush, and defenses can get to Tom Brady, it's going to be a long year for this team. Next game, the Giants at the Cowboys. Cowboys win this one 20-13. I thought New York was going to go in there and dominate, but that was wrong. And then the Chicago Bears versus the Seahawks in the Monday night. It looks like that Khalil Mack trade is really paying off for them. They had 6 sacks and 2 takeaways. I believe one was returned for a touchdown. They win this one 24-17. What a great start for Chicago, and what a disaster start for the Seahawks. I did not see them starting 0-2 to start the season. That's just insane. So that's gonna recap week 2 of the season, guys. Comment below which game did you like, and what was your take from week 2. So with that said, we're gonna make some predictions for week 3. So let's get to it. As to start week 3 off, we got the Thursday night game, which is actually tonight. This is when this video is recorded. It's the Jets and the Browns. I'm still thinking Cleveland's going to win this game. I know I've been saying the last 2 weeks that they're going to win. They tied and they lost. But I have that gut feeling they're going to win this week. I'm going to give this one to the Browns in an upset. Next game, the Saints at the Falcons. This is a weird game to call because quarterback-wise, you got Matt Ryan and Drew Brees, who are really good quarterbacks, but it's just these games never go the way they go. It's at home for Atlanta, and I know Atlanta's been struggling, but I'm going to give it to Atlanta for this game. The Broncos at the Ravens. I'm gonna give it to Denver, but I think it's gonna be a close game. The Bengals at the Panthers. I'm gonna give it to the Bengals because they're 2-0. They look like they're a better team right now. Next game, the Giants at the Texans. Both 0-2 teams. They're both trying to. Texas at home. I'm going to give it to Houston. Titans at the Jaguars. I'm going to give this one to the Jaguars. I just don't see the Titans going in there and winning on their home turf. The Niners at the Chiefs. I'm going to give this one to the Chiefs. The Chiefs are, I think, have one of the most electrified offenses in the league right now. So I'm going to give it to Kansas City. Next game, the Raiders at the Dolphins. I'm going to give this one to Miami. They're playing good football right now. They're going to go to 3-0. Next game, the Bills at the Vikings. I'm giving this one to the Vikings. There's no way the Vikings are going to, I don't see the Vikings losing this game. Eagles at the Colts. I'm giving this one to the Eagles at home. Green Bay against the Redskins. Giving it to Green Bay. The Battle of the LAs. This is a really cool stat right here, guys. This is the first matchup between two LA teams since 1994. So it's been a while. I know because they're both LA now, Chargers and the Rams. I'm giving it to the Rams. Sorry, Rams are just a better team right now. Chicago at the Cardinals. I'm giving it to Chicago. Cowboys at the Seahawks. I'm going to give this one to the Seattle. I don't see them going 0-3. I really can't. I can't see them going 0-3. Then the Sunday night matchup between my beloved Patriots and the Detroit Lions, guys. It's New England in this one. I know they had a tough game against Jacksonville last week, but I don't see this team losing 2 games in a row. So it's New England all the way around. And then the Monday night game, the Steelers at the Bucks. I'm giving this one to Tampa. Tampa's playing better football right now. Pittsburgh's just not playing at the level they're supposed to be. So I'm giving it to Tampa Bay. So that's going to be it for this week, guys. Comment below. What do you think of this week of football? Who's going to win? Who's going to be the big star? Who's going to play the best this week? Comment below. I really want to hear your comments, guys. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content. Social media below. Always ready to be kind, generous, love one another. And as always, I will see you in the next video, my friends. You're awesome. Bye!